At first glance, Defiance and Parker boats may seem to have a lot in common. After all, they are both Pilot House fishing boats, but let's take a closer look at some of the key differences that set the two apart. Here we are inside the fishing cockpit of a Parker Pilot House. Notice that the fishing space is clearly limited due to two things. One, this particular Parker only offers a notched version, with the motor mounted directly to the transom. And two, each corner of the deck is occupied by boxes that house the boat's battery banks. Not only does this limit space, but without fail exposes these critical electrical components to the elements. All one has to do is open the lids to see that rust and corrosion build up rather quickly when placed in this location. On a similarly sized Defiance, we don't need to worry about these limitations. See that Defiance not only offers a notch transom version, but an extended edition with a fully enclosed transom for added room and safety. You'll also note the extra space one gains by not having battery boxes mounted in the corners. Alternatively, the batteries on a Defiance are located neatly inside the Pilot House in a dry compartment protected from rust and corrosion. Next, we examine the fish storage that each boat has to offer. Defiance not only has insulated coolers against the Pilot House, but has large fish boxes in the floor with macerated pump outs. If you go with a Parker, you see that neither option is available, leaving you with a difficult task of figuring out where to store your catch, considering deck space is already limited. Moving inside, we see simple differences that make a big impact. First, take a look at the door height of each boat. If you've ever tried to scramble out of a Pilot House to grab a screaming reel, you know how easy it can be to smack the top of your head on the door frame. Defiance boats were designed with this in mind and have an obvious advantage in the department. The height inside the cabin follows suit, with the Defiance offering greater headroom. Defiance also eliminates the cumbersome step down that's required to enter the cabin of a Parker. Taking a look at seating, we see that Parker offers only a single captain's chair and an uncomfortably low side-facing bench seat, providing room for 3 at most. Defiance comes standard with 2 forward-facing captain's chairs and passenger seats on both sides. It's not until you move up to the 25-foot Parker that you have this option. Last, but certainly not least, is the overall construction of the boat. On the Parker, we still see the same design from 20 years ago and the use of plywood in 3 critical components of a boat structure: the stringers, transom, and deck. And although Parker would never admit that this is the reason for offering only a 5-year warranty, nevertheless, 5 years after buying your boat, you could be left with some costly repairs when water finds its way into the plywood. On the other hand, Defiance was designed and built using modern engineering and CAD/CAM technology. Defiance uses the latest advances in marine building materials. The entire structure of the boat is built using 100% composite materials that are as strong or stronger than marine plywood in each application. This is why Defiance proudly offers a lifetime warranty on every boat it builds. So, which Pilot House is for you? Well, we'll let you decide. For more information on Defiance boats, visit your local dealer or go to defianceboats.com.